नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम वमा arsalnaka इल्ला rehmatalil aalameen इन्नल्लाहा व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लू अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व असहाबि सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व औलादि सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व अज़वाजि सय्यिदिना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या सय्यदी या हबीबी या रसूल अल्लाह। अजीब फैज़ है आका, अजीब फैज़ है आका तेरी मोहब्बत का, अजीब फैज़ है आका तेरी मोहब्बत का। दरूद तुझ पे परूं और खुद सवर जाओ। अजीब फैज़ है आका तेरी मोहब्बत का, दरूद तुझ पे परूं और खुद ही सवर जाओ। Most respected and beloved ulama, mashayikh, huffaz, elders, my brothers, my sisters, beloved children, As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, it is an honor and a privilege to be present in a function in which we recall and remember the greatest of Allah's creation, the cause of Allah's creation, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From the bottom of my heart, once again, being a dua, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace of Allah descend upon you. May the mercy of Allah descend upon you. May the barakah of Allah descend upon all of us. And why should it not descend? The Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Zikru salihin tanazzalu rahmah. He said, when only good people, righteous people, salih, a good man, is spoken about, Allah's mercy descends. Now, in the category of men that Allah has asked you to seek the companionship of in the Holy Quran, Allah says, فَأَنَّمَ اللَّهُ, Allah's inam, meaning Allah's blessings, Allah's reward, are on the following four categories of people: minan nabiyyin was-siddiqeen was-shuhada was-salihin. Nabiyyin, the prophets. Siddiqeen, people who have sidq. They don't only speak truth, they are the truth. They become the truth. When they are walking, you see the truth walking. When they are talking, you see the truth talking. Their very silence speaks to you. तेरी खामोशी या ख्वाजा मुझसे बात करती है. The very silence, you know, you hear this, a very famous song. It was called The Sounds of Silence. The sounds of silence. Has not the time come, Allah says in the Holy Quran, has not the time come when the believers' hearts are hushed in the remembrance of Allah? In the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, the four categories, Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, Salihin. Shuhada, the martyr, but it also has a deeper meaning. Before the person who was martyred in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before his blood touches the ground, he has unveilings. He sees the beauty of Allah. That's why a witness is also called a shahid. Come from the same root, shuhada. And when Allah speaks of His beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, He says, "Inna arsalnaka." Now I want you to pay attention on this word, risala, message, messenger. Whenever Allah speaks of His Rasul, He didn't say you were born as a witness. He says you were sent as a witness. Who was a witness? If you go to a court of law and you tell somebody, the judge, an accident took place at a certain place and this car knocked this car and this one happened and this, what's the first question he's going to ask you? Did you see? Is this hearsay? Did you see? No, I heard from, excuse me, your evidence is not permissible in this court. I want a witness. Somebody who saw with his eyes. Somebody who saw. And Allah is saying, Rasul saw. I have sent you as a shahid, the witness. To what? Did anyone see Allah? If you have, tell me. I don't know. Maybe somebody in Elsprit saw Allah. I mean, there's so many unveilings happening today that some of the things that are being unveiled is confusing me also. Did you see Allah? Did you see an angel? I'm talking about the angelic realm angels. Did you see an angel? Whether they know it or they don't know it. We the believing ummah. Now amongst the believing ummah, we're getting some suspects also. They're disbelieving. What we believed so many years, suddenly they're just putting a dagger through it. It's splitting us. Islam didn't come to split. Islam came to unite. Islam came to join hearts, not to split hearts. That's why the great saint of the Chishtiya order, that is from Pakpatan, Tera Kawa, Me Tere Geet Gawa. You know the language? You know the language? What language is that? It's Punjabi. It's from the Punjab, where the 5 rivers meet. And in Punjab, in Pakistan, there is a place called Pakpatan. And there lies a Buzrukh of the Chishtiya order. He is Baba Fariduddin Ganje Shakar Masood. He utilized this language. And because he is a treasury of the sweetness of Iman, halawat al-Iman, ganj halawat al-Iman. He had love. He utilized this language. There are branches of this language called Saraiki. Branches. But it's become so sweet because he utilizes language. If he utilized this language and it became so sweet, what about this language of Muhammad Rasulullah? Oh. You hear the Quran. Listen to me. There are some people who say, I know Quran, or that man knows Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, oh you who believe. You get these speakers, I don't want to take names, I don't want to pick people out. I do like, in fact, sometimes. You have to expose them. They know 5 books by heart, they know so many books by heart, they're very clever. Allah says in His Quran, Surah this, verse this, oh you who believe, this. Not so easy, bye. The Quran is only Quran in Arabic, number 1. No translation, Urdu, Arab, Urdu, English, Chinese, Japanese, no translation can do justice of being the Quran. Technically I'm telling you, even the book that you read is not the Quran. Because the Quran is the uncreated word of God. When you wrote it down, you created a book. So we call it the mustafa. I don't want to get into technicalities, but I'm trying to explain something to you. I want you to think. Inna nazzalna zikr. Allah says, I revealed this remembrance. What's the Quran called? Zikr. What is zikr? Zikrullah. To remember Allah. And the Quran is called dhikr. It's remembrance. You only remember something you know. Then you say, I forgot, but now I remember. The entire Quran is already in you, in your essence, in the Noor-e Muhammadi. Because the Lohe Mahfuz, this big hard drive, where they stored the whole Quran, is actually the heart of Muhammad. That Lohe Mahfuz, where the Quran is stored. Kalam bitu, you are the pen that writes. And whatever you are, Allah takes a qasam by it. Allah swears by the pen. Not this pen. Allah swears by that pen. Muhammadur Rasulullah. Not the Tur mountain. Allah swears by this Tur that could take the revelation of Allah, because the attribute of Allah on Mount Tur, the indirect radiation made Musa alayhi salam fall unconscious. एक जलवे ने मूसा को बेखुद किया. The indirect radiation, no radiation. लेकिन या रसूल अल्लाह, ला मकाम में भी तू डगमगाया नहीं. In Farsi, it's put Musa बहोश रफ्त बयक जलवाए सिफत तू ऐ नज़ात मीन गरी दर तबस्सुमी. Oh ho. Ya Rasulullah, Musa alayhi salam an indirect radiation in Surah Araf in the Holy Quran it is, of only your beauty, a little fraction, adna tajalli, a little fraction of your beauty put on Mount Tur, knocked Musa alayhi salam unconscious. But you go on the night of Miraj. When Musa alayhi salam had to come to Mount Tur, the Mount Sinai, he had to take off his shoes. But even the blessed sandals that are attached to your feet, which are called the Aalameen, because of nisbat with you, attachment has become blessed, Ya Rasulullah, that even it goes on Miraj. Now we say, now the doubt comes in. Where the doubt factor came from, there has to be somebody pulling the strings. Somebody's pulling the strings and making us like puppets on a string. We always believe Rasulullah went on Miraj, he saw Allah, he came back, he brought the 5-time namaz. Well, isn't that right? Lately now a couple of guys came, they're talking heavy Arabic. We all the time, it was okay, we called the guy Abdullah. The guy said, not Abdullah, Abdullah. Hey, and you hear this guy, you get script also. Like those customs in the Saudi, you know what I mean? And you walk in there, what's your name? Muhammad. Hey. And when that guy say, Wallah, I'll get you in. When he say, Wallah, you'll never get in. That's the caliber of Muslim we got today. So, Jibreel alayhi salam, we always learn this. This is in the books of Seerah. This is in the books of Hadith. Said, beyond the low tree, Sidratul Muntaha, a certain point in this entire expansive universe, I can't go further, Ya Rasulullah. So if Jibreel got left behind at Sidratul Muntaha, how come you are now arguing he saw Jibreel there? Summa dana fatadalla. Oh, on the night of Miraj, Surah Najm. An-Najm. People say they know Quran. An-Najm. By the star. It's deeper. Imam Jafar Sadiq radiallahu ta'ala, from the household of Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam. When I speak like this, people say, watch out for him, he's Shia. I'm telling you, none of the 6 books of Hadith, 6 main books, Bukhari, Muslim, Abu Dawud, Nasai, Tirmidhi, got the Hadith, follow Quran and Sunnah. None of the 6 books. But Muslim Sharif, Zayd bin Arqam reports, Tirmidhi Sharif has got who you must follow? Quran and Ali Rasul. But our guys say, you got to be a bit careful now, brother. Don't speak about this, the Shias will get credence now. I mean, the Shias are reading namaz, so it's a good thing. They just leave the namaz. They're going for Hajj too, so we just leave the Hajj. Doesn't make sense. You understand? Why is the Quran and Al not exposed? That's my problem. I just for my topic. I haven't opened it yet. The Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, whenever Allah speaks of him, he says sent. Wama arsalnaka illa rehmatalil Aalameen. Risala, I sent. A message, messenger. I sent. Arsa. Qad ja'akum minallahi nur. Verily there has come to you. If I say I came from somewhere, what you want to know? Where?
A Nur has come to you. For centuries we believe the Holy Prophet is Nur. Now somebody took the Quran, went to Surah Kaf, opened this, قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَنَا بَشَرٌ مِثْلُكُمْ. Allah says in the Holy Quran, O Prophet, tell them, I am a human being, mislukum, like you. Like who? Like who? Who can compare to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Any Mufti sir? Sheikhul Islam, Sheikhul Hadith, Ghaus al-Azam, Khaja Mu'inuddin Chishti? Like who? Abu Bakr Siddiq? Ya Abu Bakrin lam ya'rifi haqiqati siwa Rabbi. Oh Abu Bakr, no one knows my reality except my Rabb. The Holy Prophet ﷺ is sitting in his room. Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala and comes in, his wife, his beloved wife. He loved her so much, he called her Humaira after Hazrat Khatija radiallahu ta'ala anha, the mother of Bibi Fatima. He loved Hazrat Aisha the most. But he loved Hazrat Khatija all his life. He should call her Humaira, the fair one. And she should call him my beloved, Ya Habibi. Oh, और हमारे हबीब भी है, पूरी दुनिया के हबीब है. You understand? So they go into the room, she goes into the room and she speaks to him. You know absorption. You know absorption. I must tell you what's absorption. See, you have to speak to people in the level they understand. Umirtu bin nas bi manazilihim. The Prophet ﷺ said, speak to people in the language they understand, according to their level. Well, Man United, I don't want to talk about them. No, a big match in the EPL or India versus Pakistan in cricket. You ever been to Hindustan or India or Pakistan when they're playing each other? The streets, every street that got a TV, they're just watching it like this. And everyone is giving you ball by ball commentary. You watched a little child being babysit. The new babysitter is the television set, by the way. You watched a little child being babysit by a television set. When he's engrossed in a cartoon, you just watch it. Come eat better, he didn't hear it. You did your homework, he didn't hear it. He's watching SpongeBob and Barney. And Barney hits anyone with his hands where he feels like. And he thinks this child is a joke. Because Barney is produced by the Gay Association of America. So they're making him accept that if people touch you here, you must laugh. You mustn't complain. That's one thing. Number two, you know behind the TV set there's a cathode ray gun. It's shooting vibes at you, rays at you. It got you completely engrossed. Now let me tell you the difference between learning Quran under an alim who has ishq and an alim who only got akal. And some of them got no akal, they're just knuckleheads. I mean, the 16-year-old light, he comes out and he becomes a druggie. And now he's a bad boy. So the good son we're sending to medical school, the bad son we're sending him to Mia's farm. Isn't that right? We're not sending our best products to the ulum. That's why some of the ullus are coming out. I don't mean a bad way. Ullu means an owl. When the light is out, you get blind. They don't believe in nur. When the light comes out, he just closes his eyes, he gets blind. I don't want to accept the nur. I only want the darkness. Do you understand me? So Islam is a natural way of life. It's not like black and white. You know, every move I make, I got to ask Mufti. There's no priesthood in Islam, no canonized priesthood. And ask Mufti has become so easy. Mufti Sahib gives you a fatwa on the phone in 2 minutes. 100,000 Sahaba are standing in front of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam at Mina on the day of Hajj, Eidul Adha. Nearly most of them were born in Makkah. And he points towards Makkah and he says, what city is this? They all keep quiet. Don't they know that's Makkah? You went for walking Hajj? Anyone did walking Hajj? You know Mina, Makkah? And by the time you do the walking Hajj, your legs will just know the direction to Makkah without your brain even thinking. You understand? So the brain doesn't come in here. The respect for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam comes in, the heart comes in here. He's asking what city is, they're keeping quiet. 100,000 Sahaba, some 124,000 different reports. What day is this? If you're standing in Mina during Hajj and you just make Qurbani, what day it is? No one is saying anything. What month is this? Which month it comes in? Dhul-Hijjah, Zil-Hajj. Later on, when they asked the Sahaba, the next generation, this knowledge was passed on to, why you didn't say anything? They said, no. We didn't know if the Rasul decided to change the name of the city. Because if he decided to change the name would have been changed. If he decided to change the name of the month would have been changed. Because he is the pen. He's not only the tur that received the nur of Quran, he is the pen. Which mufti in the world, tell me? A man comes to him, he says, Ya Rasulullah, I drink, I gamble, and I speak lies. But I can't leave 3 one time. Hadith Sharif, Aalameen, I tell you. Which one must I leave? He said, okay. Ya Rasulullah, I got a condition, but I'll only leave one. Which one? He said, okay, don't speak lies. So tell me, did the Rasul in effect, reading into this text as a lawyer, now legally we want to prosecute, that's what they want to do today, they want to prosecute our Rasul. I mean, who gave you the permission to allow this man to drink? Don't you know it's haram? Who gave you the permission to allow this man to gamble? Don't you know it's haram? Oh, but they don't say the Quran. مَن يُطِيعِ الرَّسُولَ فَقَدْ أَطَاعَ اللَّهَ. He who obeyed the Rasul has only obeyed Allah. أَطِيعُوا اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Obey Allah and obey His Rasul. Obedience to Rasulullah is obedience to Allah. Hukm nafis hai tera, saif teri kama tera. Your decision is final, Ya Rasulullah. Saif teri. The knife is yours. Kama, the pen is yours. You can cut from Sharia what you want. You can write in Sharia what you want. Oh, hukm nafis hai tera, saif teri kama tera, aur dor ye shaya tera. They say it didn't happen in the Prophet's time. I mean, isn't there has to be a prophet for all time? I'm asking you a question. There has to be a prophet for all time. This didn't happen now, you say, in the prophet's time. In effect, you're saying there's another prophet for this time. Who is the prophet for this time? That's why you don't say Muhammad was the messenger of Allah. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. He still has an effect on your life up till today. Now they say, he never celebrates his birthday, where's in the Quran hadith? I mean, did you check if he ate biryani? Where's in the Quran hadith Prophet ate biryani? Dal gosh, where in the Quran hadith Prophet ate dal gosh? BMW. Oh, with a chip in it. And when you drive it, you got a chip in you too. On your shoulder. Where in Quran hadith that you can drive BMW? Why are you not checking all this? Only thing that they want to know, Maulana, we can go Kabristan, ladies. But when you're going to mall, you're not coming and asking, Maulana, I can go mall. You're saying, hey, bring the checkbook here, credit card, I'm going. So you see, there's a pattern here. They don't want you to go graveyard because they don't want you to visit the mazar. The Holy Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, Qul bifadlillah. You see, Surah Yunus, the 10th Surah. And in this Surah is also Ala inna awliya Allahi. Because you can only learn this from somebody who's intimate with God. Awliya, close. An-Nabiyyu awla. The Prophet is closer to the believers. Bil mu'minin. Min anfusihim, than their own selves. Because you are made from his essence. His nur is your soul. That's why the entire Quran is in everyone. It's a remembrance. It comes out. When Jibreel alayhi salam came and said, Iqra, he didn't say read, recite. He said, bring out what is inside. Because mukri'atun from Iqra is a pregnant woman. So what mukri'atun means? Somebody who's impregnated with something. Allah impregnated the Holy Prophet with the whole Quran. And when Jibreel alayhi salam came and said, Iqra, bring it out, he said, Lastu ala bikari, I don't have my Rabb's permission. Then he said, Bismi rabbika allazi khalaq, and he just flowed. It just flowed out of him. Because this is Islam, it must just flow. When a baby is born in your house, do you go and ask Mufti Sahib, I just got a boy baby, must I be happy or sad? You do this? It's not a joke, I'm teaching you something in a way you understand. You go ask him, what's natural, what should be? Natural. Happy or sad? Well, you have to be happy. Then they come with the technicality. No, the Christians celebrate Isa's birthday, so we can't celebrate birthdays. No birthdays in Islam. This only started in the 7th century. We respect your view, hello? Don't fight with us. We respect your view. But we got our own view, so we can put our views too. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the 10th surah, verse 58, and in Abjad 58 is such a lovely word. It's Ya Mahbub, Mahbube Subhani, Mahbube Ilahi. Baba Fariduddin Ganja Shakara was speaking about. He said, I don't want a scissors as a present. Because we don't divide. I want a needle we sew together. We sew hearts together. Ad-deenun nasiha. Deen is nasiha. What is deen? Nasiha. What everyone says, deen is what? What's the common translation? Advice. Nasuha also means to sew together. To take a garment that is torn. The garment of Islam has been rent asunder. And we need to stitch this whole ummah back together. You know what's the problem? We have forgotten that the Prophet ﷺ transcendentally is alive. To zinda hai. Oh, it's not just a joke, this poem. Do you think Imam Ahmad Raza Khan rehmatalil wrote this poem because he just suddenly felt like saying it? He said it in a poet goes into a state. And he said, to zinda hai, wallah, I swear by Allah. To zinda hai. He must have had some experience with the Holy Prophet. Some interchange. To zinda hai, wallah. He don't say wallah like those Arabs for nothing. He means it when he says wallah. Mere chashme alam. The one who's hidden from my eyesight, but not hidden from my insight. The basira. The truth is seen by a person who has insight. Ittaqu firasat al-mu'min. Beware of the penetrating, intuitive insight of a mu'min. He sees with the light of Allah. You go hunting it. You go hunting. I'll ask you a question. Botswana, they do a lot of hunting. Kruger, they don't allow hunting. Okay, you know about hunting? You know these rifles with infrared? In the dark, how far can you see the animal? How far? About 150 kilometers away, you get a red dot on the animal. 150 meters away. It's limited, isn't? But it's far for dark. For the dark, 150 meters to pick that animal up with the red shot. Now they're just sniping the guys in Afghanistan and Syria. And our guys slept away, they're singing songs and fighting about whether your pants must be here or whether your pants must be there. That guy is telling me in the mosque the other day, you know, brother, your legs weren't right. I said, excuse me, where your heart was? By my legs, it's supposed to be with Allah. I mean, where your heart is in, brother? Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa came to the room. She said, Ya Habibi, Assalamu alaikum, Ya Habibi. Holy Prophet ﷺ said, Man anti, who are you? He was absorbed in Allah. Now I want to explain to you something. Some people write, you know the surah from Wadduha, وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًا فَهَدَى is my favorite surah. Allah found, because you think it's referring to you. I was lost and He guided me. Who's Allah speaking to in the Quran? Who is speaking to? Does it befit the majesty of Malikul Mulk to speak to ordinary human beings like us? Huh? Who is speaking to? When he starts the conversation, who he starts with? Alif Lam Mim. Tafsir Tabari. Jibreel alayhi salam comes by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He says, Alif Lam Mim. Rasul says, Jibreel, you understood? Say, no, he said, you don't have to answer, just bring the message. Tu be-ikhtiyar Rasul hai, main ba-ikhtiyar Rasul hai. Oh. straight away the person of wisdom who thinks he knows a lot, he has to put his head in sajda. To say my intellect bows down here, yaha akal kaam nahi aati, ishq kaam aati hai. You understand? وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًا فَهَدًا. People have stumbled. They've translated this thing as, I found you lost and we guided you. Who are you speaking about? My Rasul, who came to guide the whole of humanity till the end of time. He's lost. And Allah is saying, so people who know Arabic from Egypt, they'll say, Wajada means he found, so Allah found. Excuse me, Allah is not finding anything because nothing is out of his vision. And dal doesn't mean lost. Dal can also mean engrossed in love, like how the child gets engrossed in the TV. I found you engrossed in my love, Ya Rasulullah. Fahada, I brought you closer to me. I guided you closer to me. Do you understand? But we're going to have a lot of mercy. You see today, you know, you saw The Godfather. Don't worry, I'm not a man, I don't need to pass fatwa. You can pass fatwa on me, no way. So Al Pacino, The Godfather. It's nothing personal, it's strictly business. And so it. You know how they were laundering money? In the post-caliphate era, we got jamaats that are laundering money through masjids. Money laundering, it's called. Because after 1924, we lost the Khilafat. On the 23rd of March 1924, the Khilafat was closed down. Abu Bakr Siddiq was the Khalif. Radiallahu ta'ala. How many hours I'm speaking for? No, I'm asking you a question. You look tired and hungry. Okay, Abu Bakr Siddiq was the Khalif? I don't know, excuse me. You'll understand Afrikaans here. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq was the Khalifa to Rasulullah. Umar Farooq was the Khalifa to Rasulullah. Is it a sunnah of Rasulullah to have a head of state as Khalif? Yes or no? Yes. Where's the Khalif today? Who's the Khalif today? So we took sovereignty away from Allah's law enforced by the Khalif, and we handed it over to puppet monarchs and kings. That's not shirk. That's the biggest shirk of this age. The caliphate. I've got some CDs there, I can do an advert also quickly. On this topic, the caliphate, the Hijaz, and the Saudi Wahhabi nation state. Okay? Interest allowed in Islam? Haram, see, everyone knows haram. That word haram and biddat and shirk is just flowing. Haram, haram. Salah harami. सारे बिद्दती मौलूद करते हैं तुम लोग कहा है कुरान और हदीस में कि मौलूद करना Here Allah assembled all the prophets. It's in Quran. He said, I will send a prophet to you. I want you to pledge allegiance to him now. Who was speaking? Allah. Who he was discussing? Rasulullah. Who was the audience? Anbiya. That was the first Miladun Nabi, before the time, before place was made. With the rules of awliya. Then they saw a nur coming over this whole mehfil. This is in tafsirs. They said, whose nur is this? They said, the nur of the same one I'm speaking about. His nur was created first. From his light, pure energy, all matter was created. Nur, that's why I sent him. I sent him. Bashar means also outer covering. Ya ayyuhal muzammil, ya ayyuhal mudassir. Oh, you wrapped with your outer covering, not only the shawl. Oh, nur wrapped in the mantle of bashar. But we have to have mercy. Let's stop the bickering, the fighting. You know why? We're not going to get out of this thing. But the only thing, don't pick us out. But we got soldiers on the field also. I mean, you're going to pull out the guns, we're going to pull it out too. I'm being straight. Don't say, but we don't talk about you all, brother, but behind our back you're talking about us. You're calling us kabar pujaris. Come on. Then you come with your Maulanas on the YouTube. This guy got the red and white scarf and the white scarf ironed like this. I don't know which barber he went to, where it's sunnah to get that thing cut like this. I mean, that thing is not the sunnah. Lawrence of Arabia took that to Arabia. The shimak, the amama, what Maulana is wearing, it says sunnah. Where you got this sunnah from? I mean, you're frightening us here. You know, you're wearing like a policeman's outfit here. You're an imposter. And then you come in with your fancy Arabic. You know? وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The India Pakistani Maulanas can't speak Arabic like this. Then in between he's knocking you with 1, 2 heavy ones, he's taking the love out of your heart. But you, my friend, are paid by the Saudis who are friends with the Yahudis. You're worried about Palestine. What about the heartland of Islam, Makkah and Medina? That is our parliament, where we should discuss what is the affairs of the Muslim world. It's not whether you're going for a walk-in Hajj, or whether you're going for the 5-star Hajj, or whether in Mina you're staying near the shaitan or far from the shaitan. I mean, you so much to stay near shaitan. And that's not even shaitan, that's a stone. Huh? Then you telling us you all are worshipping graves. Inna safa wal marwata min sha'airillah. Safa and Marwa are mountains, just like any other mountains. But Allah said in the Quran, they are symbols of Allah. Whoever respects them, taqwatul qulub, they have taqwa in their hearts. So you bluffed us. You're hitting us for a 6th year. This is not some cricket match, this is our iman. You're telling us where the Prophet celebrated Mawlud. Excuse me, where the Prophet wore his scarf like this? Where did the Prophet cut his beard like this? Where? Lucky the Holy Prophet ﷺ wasn't born in the North Pole. Because in Marisburg, my city, last week was about 40 degrees. If they thought that North Pole outfit is a sunnah dress, that guy will die. You understanding me? But we're going to have a little mercy, because it's spread so far, this virus now, that it is gone. Then they say, but the Prophet died on that day too. You guys are happy the Prophet died. But he said we must be happy. He said, Hayati khayrul lakum, wa mamati khayrul lakum, wa wafati khayrul lakum. There is good in my birth for you, in my life. There is good in my death. Say, Ya Rasulullah, we can understand you with us, you amongst us, we get in wahi. There's good for us in life. But what's good about your death? He said, after I pass away, your deeds will be brought to me. If I see good, I will thank Allah that my ummati is doing good. Can a dead man lift his hand and thank Allah? He's telling you, yeah, to zinda hai. Hame zinda hu Allah. Maut ke baad, after death, Your deeds will be brought to me. Can a dead man you take? I brought the deeds to you. Excuse me, I'm dead. You can't bring the deeds to me. Don't you know one mufti from across the border said, I'm dead? Why are you bringing the deeds to me? I'm dead. Say, excuse me, how are you talking then? And if I see bad, I lift my hands and ask maaf. Ask Allah to forgive you. Isn't he still being rehmatalil Aalameen? In every alam, he's a rahmah. He's a rahmah. Isa was only a prophet alayhi salam for this world. Musa was only a prophet for this world. Adam was only a prophet for this world. But Muhammadur Rasulullah is for all the worlds. Aalameen. He's got different names also. When he was created as a Noor, his name was Ahmad. When he came to this world, his name was Muhammad. On the day of judgment, when all of you will be running to the Anbiya, help me, help me, help me, his name will be Mahmud. I mean, who else will Allah put a chair next to his kursi? Except the one he loves the most. Who else? You know, Isa alayhi salam went to a grave and he brought somebody to life. But he had to say, Kun, be iznillah, in the name of. And that person came to life. A man went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, if you can do a miracle like that, then I'll believe in you. He said, no problem. What's wrong? He said, my daughter died. What was your daughter's name? I think it was Maimuna. I can't remember now. I'm just example. Now don't pin me for this and say, you see, he got hadith wrong, that he got the name wrong. Listen to what I'm trying to say. The Prophet ﷺ goes to the grave. He says, oh so and so, come out. She comes out. But why he didn't say in the name of Allah? Because Allah has given him jurisdiction over this world and the next world. So he called him out. Say, do you want to stay here or you want to go back? Say, Ya Rasulullah, I want to go back. It's a better world there. What a joke. Huh? He's not like Isa. He's not like Musa. How he became like Maulvi Sahib and Mullah. Huh? But he's a mercy. You know, people are receiving his mercy today and they don't even know they're receiving his mercy. You know, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, the whole of Europe, you know Europe, you saw the Crusades. You saw how barbaric these dudes were. You know, they had like the plague. You know what was the plague? What's the plague? Rats running around. You know why rats were running around? No, they didn't have toilets. They had potties under the bed. I'm telling you the truth in layman's language. And they were just throwing it out of the window every time the potty got full. So naturally rats are going to run around. You get the plague. But when they went to Spain, where the Muslims were living, they see gardens. They see lights. They see baths. So all this they got from the Muslims. It's rehmatalil Aalameen's gift to them. The Prophet ﷺ. Oh, there's so many things to say, I won't stop. I'll just tell you a few things. You know, you're going on a cruise. Like, you know what, brother, I'm tired now. I'm buying a cruise. Me and the fro, we're just going on a cruise. Where are you cruising to? We're just cruising to nowhere. No, we're taking a cruise. You know the admiral on the ship? Where they got the word from? Amirul Bahr. The prince of the seas. From Islam. The Islam had the first navy. We allowed the black man and the Arab and the Persian to stand in one line and be equal. Salman Farsi, Abu Bakr Siddiq and Bilal Habashi, ek hi saf mein khare, Mahmood o Ayaz, na koi banda raha, na koi banda nawaz. But you know us, let's be real and stop pretending. Even if Hazrat Bilal comes back and works in our masjid as a muazzin, we'll underpay him. I'm serious, I'm not joking. Because it must be out of the constitution. Buried in Kunu, but it's not out of our blood. We still got this apartheid. Now I'll give my life for you, my slum bro, but don't ask me for marcha. Don't ask me for bucks. That's another story. That's my own religion. You understand? I mean, talk about the PROFPHET based religion. Don't talk about the PROFIT based religion. The Prophet ﷺ gave us al-jabr. You know, in the morning they drink orange juice. Hey, we have orange juice in the morning, brothers. We from England, orange juice. Narang. We took the orange and gave them. They didn't know what was orange juice. They were only having weed. We knew tajweed. I'm not playing hemp clothing. You know hemp clothing? Sack. The English didn't have all this. We were wearing kutun. Cotton. We took it there. Rehmatalil Aalameen. Huh? You know Sheikh Zubair? You hear he's not? Sheikh Zubair. Shakespeare. Let me, I'm finishing, I promise you. I know you're cursing. Don't curse your mother, Ummah of Rahmatul Alameen. Please. The quality of mercy. You know, Shakespeare says, you know, Portia is speaking to, I think, Shylock the Jew. Hey, long since I taught English now. Who knows Shakespeare? It's from Merchant of Venice, I think. Shylock was the Jew, huh? And Portia is speaking. He says the quality of mercy is not strained. Allah, you know, we see this, you know. I want to tell you something. Do me a favor. You know your local mosque. Don't worry, Tabligh, Sunni, Shia, not Qadian. Don't worry about all these sects and all. SECTS. You understand? You read your namaz, you use the water, you get clean towel. Keep the toilets clean also and the wuzu khana, please. Huh? Use little water in the mosque. Think somebody got to pay for it. Your wuzu becomes haram. And wuzu is not ablution. Wadduha, wuzu, wadaha. Wuzu is like a light sheet. It's illumination, lustration, wudu. If you make wudu all the time, soon as you come out, it take you 3 minutes. If you lose little water, make wudu. Keep one towel by you. You don't need tawis. All these bawas from overseas will stop coming. Because if bawa don't tell you something's wrong with you, he's not a good bawa. I'm serious, I'm not joking. Okay? The quality of mercy is not strained. You know Rasulullah's mercy, it just flowed. It dropped. It's not, you know what strain out mercy? You know, take a cloth and you strain the water out. Like this wet cloth. The Prophet didn't have to act merciful. It was just natural. He's merciful. It just flows. Because he's Rahmatul Alameen. His enemies came to him. He put in a cloth for them to sit down. The munafiq is being buried in his grave. The chief of the munafiqs. The chief. Abdullah ibn Ubay is being buried. His son was a good Muslim. He said, Ya Rasulullah, my father wanted your jubbah to be buried with. See, he knew what was the truth. There was no munafiqs in Makkah, you know that? I want to tell you something, there was no munafiqs in. They had no frames of reference what is a hypocrite. Because we didn't have the government on our hands. In Medina, when we took over the government and the market, that's where the munafiq steps in. He wants a say here, bro. I want shares here. Even if I have to pretend to be Muslim, I want shares here. I have to get a cut. Only in Medina they got munafiqs. So the munafiq is being buried. The Prophet ﷺ is standing there, he gave his shirt, he read his janazah namaz. Now some of the brothers who don't have ishq will read this hadith for you. They tell you, see, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't know he was a munafiq. And it's in Surah Tawbah, the only surah that doesn't start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah told him, Ya Rasulullah, move away from munafiq's grave, and next time don't pray janazah namaz. Huzur is standing there. Hazrat Umar is saying, Ya Rasulullah, with all respect, you know Allah said, if you even ask 70 times maaf for him, Allah won't pay. He said, I'll ask 71 times. But this was Rasulullah. This was rahmatul. It's just flowing mercy. Mercy. You understand? But Allah had to tell him, move away. Now people without love say, he didn't know that's a munafiq. Allah had to tell him. And you know when they go into this tawheed bus, like Allah had to tell him, brother, hey, who's big? Allah, hey, this man knows the big boy. You know what I mean? He has to be right. No, he knew. Allah saying, where your feet are, Ya Rasulullah, mercy descends. I want to send down azab on this munafiq. But where you stand, I can't send down azab. Do you understand? The quality of mercy, it is not strained. It floweth. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. You know when it's raining? You know in Pakistan, in India, in the Arab countries, when it rains, जब पहला बारिश गिरता है क्या करते इंडिया पाकिस्तान में अभी नहीं करते गांव में क्या करते बाहर भागते बारिश में You know Kabir said, oh insane man, you're looking for mercy when it's all around you. The Prophet said the rain is mercy. We're running away from the rahmah indoors. We're supposed to be bathing in the rahmah. Do you understand? It's mercy, it's just flowing. In Somalia, in Africa, they go out in the rain. They teach you when the first rains fall. There's shifa in that rain when it falls. It's rahmah. If it washes your body, all your sicknesses will go away. Upon the place beneath, it's twice blessed. It blessed him that gives and him that takes. How much he gave you? Kitna diya sarkar ne mujhko. How much he gave us Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imagine if he didn't teach you how to make istinja. It sounds like a joke. It's not a joke. He taught us from how to go to the toilet. That's what the Sahaba said. How to do the biggest business deal. How to run a country. But this Islam has been hijacked. We got a spiritual identity hijacked. You know when your credit card gets stolen, I'll stop or I'm not going to stop. You know when the credit card gets stolen, everything gets stolen. Somebody steals your driver's license, your passport, your ID book, your credit card, what you do? You say, hey, leave it now. Leave it, got stolen, now what am I going to do now? Next thing you get on your phone, now the galaxy whistles at you too. SMS, 50,000 rand withdrawn. Hey, and who's going to waste time? I'm going to the bank, leave it, man. You do that. 50 rand will come out. You say, hey, I have to phone the bank manager now, brother. Hey, come here. Iman, we're not worried about. I mean, they read namaz, we read namaz. Masjid is masjid, brother. First thing you're going to get questioned about on the day of Jab, your salah. You cut your brother's throat but read salah. You robbed your mother of all the money after your father died but read your namaz. No, the first thing you're going to be questioned, not salah. When you go in the qabr, the first thing you're going to be asked, Ma kunta taqulu fi haqqi haza rajulin Muhammad. What you used to say about this man, and they'll tell you his name, Muhammad. Ale qabr mein jo unko pao. तो मैं कदमों पर गिरूं और फरिश्ते मुझसे पूछे तो मैं उनसे ये कहूँ कि मैं पाए मुस्तफा से, ये फरिश्ते क्यों मर के पहुंचा हूँ यार इस दिलरुबा के वास्ते, इस दिलरुबा. This is love. This is not a contract in black and white that you have to go to these attorneys and these muftis and the sheikhs and to ask them, must we be happy, mustn't we be happy, must we celebrate this, must we celebrate this, how long your parents will be. Hey, wear what you want, but wear taqwa in your heart. What? Don't have a big beard and do the wrong things. You'd rather be clean shaven and have the morality of Muhammad Rasulullah. We forgot about please, thank you. You know, when we go in a shop, because we got thick credit cards and they got you, this system, Dajjal got you. He's making you spend plastic money. Zionists are watching your whole movement. What you buy, what you eat, what you wear. They're making you think like them, talk like them. You know? Bob Marley, you think he was a bad guy. He smoked Zol. So what if he smoked Zol? You goofed butt. He said, don't let them fool you. Don't let them school you. Don't let them rearrange you. That's what they're doing to us today. That's why they put him away. The mullah couldn't see what Bob Marley could see. Malcolm X could see. But the Maulvis are blind. And today, even the Sunnis are blind. Don't say, well, you know, we the Sunnis who read Salami, we know what's happening. You don't know what's bloody happening. I'm telling you, I'm sorry to use the word, but it's about bloody shame. Because everyone is calling the person to some Pir Sahib, some Imam, some Ustad. You can't have a leader because the leader is alive. Who's the leader? Unconditionally to be followed. Who? Muhammadur Rasulullah. Khajagan didn't say, come by me. He said, green dome. There's the man. You want to lead a good life? Follow him. From there he pointed. Allah said, oh Jibrail, you see that man who's pointing everyone to my Muhammad? Put the love of the whole of mankind in his heart, who has Iman. He's saying, Ya Muhammad, let them say, Ya Khaja. Ghaus al-Azam didn't only eat chicken curry. Ghaus al-Azam stopped all the corrupt Maulvis and rulers, read his discourses, to come back to the path of Islam. Al-Fatah Rabbani, read it. Futu al-Ghaib. आज चक्कर चल रहा है, ये इमाम के नाम पर, उस इमाम के नाम पर, इनके फतवे पर नहीं चलो तो तुम मुसलमान नहीं है. If you don't follow this one's fatwa, brother, you're not a pakka Sunni. Excuse me, what is all this nonsense? My Pir Sahib is more powerful than your Pir Sahib. His Taoist is more powerful than your Taoist. We all need a bloody big Taoist. A big Taoist. I'm sorry to use these words, but I get upset. I got a street culture, I come from the streets. I saw more love in the streets than I'm seeing in the mosques. In the streets we had brotherhood. When the brothers put by to buy a bunny in Durban, you know the bunny chow in Durban is famous. When we broke the bunny, we said, come all eat. We didn't say you put 20 rand, you must eat little. I put 40 rand, I can chow more. Right? That's brotherhood. Don't fake it. Don't fake it. Stop pretending and start practicing. Be real Muslims. Number one, earn halal rozi. Number two, be honest to yourself. Number three, pay your staff properly. If you take the du'as of those who you work under you, you'll get barakah in your life. And people who are working and got a job, make shukr. There's some people who don't have no place to sleep. And don't hate anybody. This thing of hating, I hate the Wahhabis. I hate I hate their actions. I can't hate them because my Rabb created them. Hate the actions, not the man. There's a potential that that man could repent and become better than you tomorrow. So let's get our act together, because the children are turning to drugs. The children are turning to rejoicing in the clubs. They're hitting your... They were saying, may you be cursed. They were using, I don't want to use that word. But Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa was walking, and she turned around and said, Walanatullah, and may the lanat of Allah be upon you all. Udu sort of caught her hand and said, Aisha, take it easy. Take it easy. He said, but Ya Rasulullah, they're swearing you. She said, you think I can't hear? I can hear what the angels of the highest heaven circling the arsh of Allah are singing now. I can hear, if you hearing Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, I can hear what they're singing. You think I can't hear them? Don't swear them, leave them, they don't know. Have rahmah, it's just flowing, the quality of mercy. It's not strained, it's just flowing. You understand? It's just flowing. What is in fact telling Hazrat Aisha? You don't set the example. I set the example. Sharia comes from me. Not from no imam, not from no mujaddid, not from no infallible imam. There's only one leader for all time. Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammadur Rasulullah. And we got a variety in the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'at. Some like banana, some like pear, some like apple. Don't take the banana and force it down everyone's throat and say, if you don't have this brand of Islam, then you're not a Sunni. I don't want to spell it out, you know what I'm talking about. Because you got you confused. You think a fatwa is like why he came from. The fatwa is only a ruling, giving in a specific time at a specific place for a specific occasion. Allah and His Rasul makes Sharia. But don't get arrogant and run down the status of Holy Prophet alayhi salam. I mean, anything wrong we did here today? Tell me you had there's an empty chair. It's not that say we kept on empty chair. You think we're so stupid? Hey, you think we're stupid? I mean, you classing us. Qari Sahib read Qiraat. Anything wrong with Quran? Haram? Haram to read Quran? We read one Naat, we praise. Haram? He read in English. Nothing wrong. You know, it depends on your perspective, you know that. You know, there's a sheikh, I got some of his lectures there, I want you to buy them. Sheikh Hamza Yusuf. He's a Shadaliya. You read Muhammad, the Prophet of God, from the earliest sources by Martin Lings, Abu Bakr Sirajuddin. We're not reading no more, we're only checking the cell phone. Keep a book, read, and educate yourself. We're living in virtual world, our children don't. The BB is talking, you're on BBM. She said, what's happening, man? Hey, I want you to read. I got Abu Bakr Sirajuddin, 9 hours, MP3, put in your house. Let your children hear the seerah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bring the love back. Give time for your children, your wife. Read at least 3 lines Quran every day. Don't worry about the meaning. It's like a program. When you put the program in a computer, you worry about where the files are going to, how it's storing, as long as the program works. So the Quran, you must read it every day. When you go to gym, put the headphones here, let Quran play. Let Quran play. When you're making like this, make Allahu, 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 Allahu. It's modern Islam. You understand? When you're doing that aerobics class, you're doing like this, make who. When you blow the candle, don't just make who. Say Ya Latifu. Ya Latif. So we're centering our whole life with Islam. Have mercy, brothers. Allah give us the tawfiq, the divine strength, the hidayah, to love one another. May all this hypocrisy stop. And don't get involved in arguments. وَإِذَا خَاطِبُهُمْ جَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. When the jahils address you, just keep quiet. Just leave it to me. Send them by me. You just say, hey, just leave us. We don't know about all these things, brother. You know what I mean? We kissing the graves. We Kabar puja is very good. Alhamdulillah. Just leave us. Let me be. Let it be. So this white Sheikh Hamza Yusuf, I just want to finish off. He had one murid. You see, he so centralized his mind on Allah, that he went to this house in America, and next door this girl was playing this song, the latest song it was, None Like Thou. The girl was singing for her boyfriend. There's none like thou. I lost you. There's none like thou. My heart is crying. I want you back. You know what I mean? And these guys too are hearing it. She didn't know the Sheikh came to visit in the front. But the one murid heard there's none like thou. He got up and watched. You saw in Kawali they get hal, some would act too. I'm talking about the real hal. You know the real. It moves you. That's what it is. Mool hal. Your conditions. You know what's hal? You know, you're driving, you're happy, you got it all this morning, you're driving Kellogg's, you're moving. Now one who just cuts across you and he swears you F's and B. You just go under your seat, take out your gun, I'll show you. Just now you are happy, now your heart changed to sad. One word that will show you. So you mean one word, Allah who can't change your heart? Rasulullah can't change your heart? So here this man, when he heard this none like thou, he went into hell. So the murids are laughing, hey, this was hearing an English song, he got hal. The Sheikh said, leave him alone. When he came out of the state, he started crying uncontrollably. And he's jumping. So what happened to you, son? He said, Sheikh, I promise you, when I heard that none like thou, I thought of Allah's verse in the Quran, Laysa kamisli shay. There is nothing like you, Ya Allah. So you see us, and don't judge anyone, focus. Focus. We don't know what's in people's hearts, but in people's actions we can see if they're swearing us, we're going to retaliate. You pick up a gun for me, I'm going to pick the gun up for you. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. You understand? But if you feel it's haram, but let us be. Don't attack us. You attack us, we're going to attack you. Simple. That's the final statement. May Allah give us love. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill our hearts with love, with compassion, with mercy. And maybe we just be real. Just be yourself. Don't put an act on. And don't wear the Islamic garb. You're going to do wrong things. I'm saying you're going to do wrong things. Carry on. But don't wear the so-called Islamic garb, because there's no Islamic garb actually. The best dress is the dress of piety in your hearts. At-taqwatul qulub. Al-libasul taqwa. Wama alayna illa al-balagh. Jazakallah shukriya. I'm sorry for taking long of your time.